Hi.
Jamie. Nice to meet you all. Thank you so much for your time. Uh, Adrienne, I think there's sort of more of a confidence to Kelly this season. What did they tell you about her going into this one?
I don't know. She's second nature to me. I love her very much. And um, her maternal side is really, really coming out this season. I think that she's really earned her stripes. I think people trust her. I mean, even Claire now goes to Kelly, I think, for advice, which is a weird, interesting switch. Um, she's owning the ship. She's taking care of things. And I think Ed really relies on her too. And she carries that weight with her wherever she goes.
Speaking of Ed, where do they stand with their relationship? I'm sure everyone wants to know.
Well, like many other relationships on the show, it evolves. You'll see. I can't tell you. But there will be some interesting surprises, including certain relationships that happen within the ship.
Honey, episode 1 is a doozy for Claire. She has to, she seemingly trusts Isaac implicitly. Why do you think that is?
I think that she is the doctor part of her, because she's a psychological doctor as well, is trying to understand how a person can be so trustworthy and then betray everyone. And so she's cautious in that she knows everyone can be forgiven, but she has to be cautious because they're the children involved. He was in their lives, he caused lots of deaths. And how do you share that with children? And how do you allow them to grieve without being angry and full of hate? And so I think that she doesn't just blanketly, just says, okay, come back into the fold. But she's also remembering that in season 2, they had something clicked. And was it real? So she's questioning, was it real? And so I think it's a little confusion going on. So Claire will have to work through that. She'll have to work through that process. And thank God she has her good friend Kelly. So they're able to talk things out,
I don't think you trust him implicitly. I don't think it's an implicit, like you just.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
You're battling yourself. And I think that that's going to be, it doesn't even come together at the end. You know what I mean? She's still going to have this feeling.
Try to figure that out. But it's not just for Claire. No. She has to figure it out because, you're a single parent and you have children. You don't make decisions that's just for you. You're making decisions for a whole family.
Seeing the parent side of Penny is also, I think, one of the most fan favorite aspects of the Orville as well. What are some, if you can tease, issues we'll be seeing her discuss with as a parent this season?
Well, to start off with, she's going to have that discussion about forgiveness, or the ability, and it's okay not to forgive, and she's dealing with boys who are growing. You got a teenager, they're both teenagers at this point. So maybe they don't want to hear all that. And maybe what she thought sounds really good coming out of her mouth doesn't sound very good coming into their ears. So you may have a little bit of that quarreling and that fighting. And what's really interesting, when we were shooting some of these scenes and the kids, they have certain dialogue. I turn around sometimes at Seth and I say, Seth, I know, but do you know in a Black family, a kid can't say something like that because we just don't do that? And he very gently reminds me that this is the future, Penny. We might not see color and things like that. And so it's like, sometimes it was like really hard for me, like if the kid is a little too loud, because I know I come from that strong Black family where you go like, you better watch your mouth, that kind of thing. So that was a challenge as an actor, though, to go like, okay, let me just put it in the back of my mind that life is changing, and but she will grow. and so will her kids. And hopefully all the decisions that they make, they do make together.
She does have a beautiful family. So thank you both so much for your time. I really appreciate it. And I'm so excited for more people to get to see this new season.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jamie.